I'd been all around the country, searching. Hospitals, homes, movie studios and back lots, back alleys, and the backside of creation itself, with the stench of it hanging thick in the air, always one step behind, a week, a day, a few hours too late, rifling through medical waste dumpsters, sifting through discarded cellulite, hypodermic needles, excised breast implants. I even took a week to scour the Jersey coastline. Been reluctant to attract attention to my quest. World's filled with crazies after all, but as a last resort I placed an ad in the classified section of LA Daily News and the Hollywood Reporter. Times was too rich for my blood. Anyone thick in the head enough to be involved in a harebrained scheme like mine doesn't read the Times anyway. Then I waited. Still nothing. I'd exhausted all my resources and I'd exhausted myself, till I was just another burned-out gumshoe with his busted dream of being a famous movie director. Until one day the skirt breezes into my office, smelling like a French whorehouse and looking like she'd seen the business end of some lout's fist. Limey said she could come in. Limey wasn't good for much except letting people in. Usually it's folks I don't want to talk to. This time was an exception.
Have a seat.
Mr. Marlowe?
Guilty?
How do you do? I'm Miss Tree.
Of course you are. So what's a nice dame like you doing in a joint like this? Why do you have your arm behind your back like that? Dainty little piece like you's not packing heat, are you?
Maybe not the kind of heat that deals in lead, but I had a feeling there was plenty of heat wrapped up inside that skirt. I had a real snow-covered volcano on my hands.
I saw your classified ad.
Yeah, you and every other sleaze bag in the city. Present company excluded. What of it?
I may have something that interests you.
Well, don't clam up now.
You may know my husband, Dr. Tree. Dr. Giltree.
Yeah, I know him. Big time cut man. Sawbones for the movie stars.
And movie directors. He's been, well, how should I say, unfaithful with one of his nurses.
Miss Tree, nothing personal. That's the oldest story in the book. I mean, you got any idea how many dried up old bags cry their tired old bones in here every week with the same sad sob story? I mean, what do you got for me here?
I overheard them talking. My husband, it seems, had taken a souvenir from his last surgery, and with the help of his Latino tramp, he believed he could receive a princely sum for it south of the border.
Okay, I'm interested. So you stole it. For vengeance, or whatever. You keep referring to him in the past tense, so you plugged him. And hey, probably his mistress too, just for good measure. Why come to me, though? And what do you want for it?
I just want to be rid of it, Mr. Marlowe. I looked you up in the phone book. You're not only listed in the private investigator section, you have a listing in the occult section as well.
The dame had done her homework, all right. If you've got something evil, poltergeist, extraterrestrial, close encounters, amazing stories of any kind, I'm your man. You could call me a kind of specialized private dick.
Alright, Miss Tree. I can help you. This is gonna hurt a smidge.
After the thing was, for a second time, removed from its host, I walked her to the door. I had one more question for her.
Hey, thanks.
No, it's tomorrow. Thank you.
I got one more question for you. Where'd you find it?
Well, I went to make dinner.
As she breezed on back out of my life, I was left to wonder. What kind of a broad is that? Maybe she plugged her man, maybe she didn't. But she brought me the thing. That much I knew. Maybe it was just to get rid of it, but I like to think there was a little more to it than that. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Chronic optimist. In some cultures, ritually eating part of a slaughtered enemy is a way of assuming their power. I've never been a proud man, and I think I'm pretty open-minded. I guess we'll find out. You know what they say. You are what you eat.